I never thought I'd tell this story out loud, but maybe it's time. Maybe someone out there needs to hear it. My name is Daniel, and this is the story of how the woman I loved slowly became a stranger. How I lost everything I thought I had, and how I found the strength to begin again. I met Lena 6 years ago at a bookshop downtown. She was standing in the poetry aisle, flipping through a worn copy of Leaves of Grass. She looked up, caught me staring, and smiled. That smile changed everything. Lena had this glow about her, like she saw the world in color while the rest of us lived in black and white. She laughed loudly, danced without music. She made me feel alive, like I could be anyone, do anything. And before I knew it, I was falling, fast, deep, completely. We moved in together after just 4 months. By the end of the year, we were married. Those first few years felt like magic. Every morning, we'd sit on our little balcony with coffee in hand, talking about dreams. Vacations we'd take, a family we'd raise, I thought I'd found forever. But forever has a strange way of changing shape. It started with small things. Lena began coming home late. At first, it was just once or twice a week. Work was busy, she said. She was exhausted, I believed her. But then weekends disappeared. She'd cancel our plans last minute. I need rest, she'd say without looking me in the eye. Her phone was always in her hand, always locked, always buzzing. When I asked about it, she smiled. It's just work, Dan, don't worry. But I was worried because the woman I knew, the one who once waited by the door when I got home, who filled the house with laughter and questions and stories. She was fading, and someone else was taking her place. One night I sat her down. Lena, I said gently, are we okay? She didn't blink. We're fine, she said flatly. You're imagining things. But I wasn't. I knew it in my bones. I tried everything. Weekend trips, surprise dinners, love notes on the bathroom mirror, but nothing reached her. She smiled less, talked less, touched less. I felt like I was living with a ghost. Someone who looked like Lena, but no longer felt like her. And then came the lies. I'm meeting Sarah for dinner, she'd say, but Sarah didn't know anything about it. I'm working late, she'd text, but when I drove by her office, it was dark. I wanted to trust her. I needed to trust her. But my heart was preparing for the truth. One night she left her phone on the kitchen counter. It buzzed. I shouldn't have, I know, but curiosity and pain and fear. Day one, I opened her messages. David. His name was David, and the texts. They weren't about work, they were about them, about love, about nights I thought she'd spent alone. My knees buckled, my world tilted when I asked her calmly, quietly, "Oh, who is David?" Oh, she froze, then whispered, "I'm sorry." There was no denial, no fight, just silence. She said she felt trapped in our marriage, that she didn't know how to tell me she was unhappy, but by then it didn't matter, the trust was gone. And without trust, love becomes a memory. We tried counseling, but Lena had already left long before she packed her bags. The divorce was quiet, painfully quiet. I moved into a small apartment across town, an empty place. A quiet place, too quiet. The walls were filled with questions. What did I miss? Was I not enough? I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. Every silence screamed her name. Weeks passed, then months. I buried myself in work, took extra shifts. Avoided the apartment as much as I could. And then one day I saw her, Lena, in the grocery store. She looked different, older, tired, guilty. We talked, briefly, awkwardly. And as I walked away, I realized something. I still cared. And I hated that I did. It wasn't until I sat with my best friend Tom over beer one night that the truth hit me. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "Dan, you didn't make her lie. You didn't make her cheat. That's on her." I wanted to argue, but deep down I knew he was right. I had tried. I gave everything I had. Therapy helped. Not at first. I was skeptical, closed off. But talking, really talking, helped me see that the end of my marriage didn't mean the end of me. I started to heal, started hiking again, took a photography class. I smiled, sometimes even laughed, and then came Mia. I was at a coffee shop reading The Alchemist when she walked up with the same book in her hand. Great minds think alike, she smiled. We talked about books, life, loss. Her eyes were kind, her voice was warm. I felt something, not a fire. Not lightning, but a spark. Mia didn't rush me, didn't push me. She listened, really listened. I told her about Lena, about David, about how broken I felt. She held my hand and said, "You're not broken, Daniel, you're healing. There's a difference." Her words reached a place no one else could. With time, we built something gentle: coffee walks, park dates, slow mornings. I learned to trust again, to hope again. I stopped hating Lena, stopped hating myself. Some relationships aren't meant to last forever, and that's not a failure, that's just life. One autumn afternoon, Mia and I were walking through the park. She stopped, turned to me, and said, "I'm ready for more. Whatever that looks like." And for the first time, I was ready too. "I love you, Mia," I said, "and I'm ready to build something real." We moved in together, laughed over unpacked boxes, argued about dishes and bookshelves, but always found our way back to laughter. Until one day she got the letter. It was from the hospital, routine tests, but something wasn't right. A shadow, a possibility, cancer. I held her as she cried. Promised we'd face it together. The next few months were the hardest of my life. Chemo took her strength, her hair, her smile, but never her spirit. Mia fought every single day. And I stayed by her side. Every appointment, every sleepless night, every tear. Because love isn't proven in the good times, it's proven in the storms. Months later, the doctor smiled, remission, the cancer was gone, and we cried together because we had made it. A year passed. Then one day, a message from Lena. "Can we talk?" I showed Mia. She didn't flinch. "Whatever you choose, I'm here," she said. So I met Lena one last time. She apologized, genuinely, and I realized I didn't need her to say sorry because I had already forgiven her. And myself. That night I told Mia that I think I've finally let go. And she smiled. So did I. Now we sit on our porch, watching the sun set. No big plans, no rush, just peace. Love didn't save me, but learning to love again, slowly, honestly, did.